Hey you guys, welcome back to About Damn Time. This is episode 5 review of Griselda, so let's get into it. So this episode is titled Paradise Lost, and it opens up with a 3-year investigation in Washington, D.C. So June and Diaz brings us to Washington to talk to Congress about them not having enough financial support and or correct officers and training to do the proper investigation. They say basically, why are you coming down here, all the way down here? But it's because the Miami Police Department has a mole in it. Okay, they've been compromised. So all information they can't really disclose to Miami because it may get back to Griselda. Now we see that Rivy is now part of her security team. You know, he's been upgraded to her security team. And we see that Drill is the father of her 3-year-old baby. His name is Michael Corleone. So she wasn't lying when she said she was pregnant. I thought she was lying, but she wasn't lying. And the scene opens up where they're going into a party. And, you know, you get to see the update of, you know, how she looks. She look a mess. Sophia, you look a mess. But, you know, I like the lace dress you had on. But basically, they just reiterating and showing you us how far they came within her regiment down here in Miami. So Raphael comes up and they let him in the VIP section. He says basically, you know, this is John Roberts. It's one of Fabio's friends. He say he can help with the Miami scene in the South Side. He's good with, you know, maneuvering like that. So I don't even know if I can trust him, but she looked at him like, you know, this is my area, my table, this is my city. You know, I really need you. So Drill comes and checks and say, you know, why are you being rude to, you know, his friend? But she don't really have no ties to them. She, you know, you really can't tell her nothing at this point. In the opening scene, you see that June and Diaz are talking to Congress, and they say basically she has so much money, she's involved in Miami's economy. So that's how much money she's making. So there's another guy who comes up, and I think his name was Carter. But they basically say, he reiterates what Weffy was telling G. You're telling Griselda, you know, she's heard that there's been people going to D.C. Syntax has been going to D.C. and she say basically, you know, I know, but she ain't seem like she's worried about it at this point. Come to find out, this whole episode was about her worrying and panicking. So we're reintroduced to her sons, Dixon and Uber. They, you know, older now, and you know, Dixon is the bad one and Uber is the good one. You know, you see Dixon taking powder to the nose right in front of his mama. He don't think it's a big deal. So basically, they're debt collectors for her. So he brings her and to tell her, you know, the guy who owed her $250K, they retrieved it. So they embrace each other. She said everything she do is basically for them. And everybody who was against y'all is against me. So they kids are spoiled brats, basically. So June's back doing her investigation. She's working hard because she's pinpointed the house that she got in Fort Lauderdale. It's a safe house that G has, but she's discovered. Now her thing is she wants G and her crew to feel like there's an informant, but she says she didn't correct the codes. That's the only reason why she know that there is a safe house. So the captain comes in and we introduced to a guy named Al. Al come in act like he looking for a stapler. So he basically was sitting there, and this is where he introduced himself to the whole team by talking about it's a stapler. So the captain comes in, he calls Diaz out. Diaz been compromised. So, like I say, she got her hands in the money. So G ended up money laundering, putting money in Diaz's account. So it's making it look like he works with Griselda. So basically, he can't work on this case no more. It's been exposed to the press. So now June got upgraded. So now she's the head of the Syntax team with this new guy named Al. I kind of thought it was going to be Al who's going to be the mole, but they just showed him to replace Diaz. Is it the captain? I don't know who it is yet. I'm trying to see who the mole is in the Miami Police Department, but you know, I'm just speculating. There's another meeting with Rivy and G in her office, and you see she got a nice office. She got a nice deck, a nice table, you know. So Rivy is head of security, so he comes to tell them that, you know, there's an informant, somebody in our crew. We don't know if it's somebody who used to have ties to legal issues or somebody who has some bad to say about Griselda. So basically, I don't know if it's the monkey from the last episode, because Diaz came to, he was talking to the intel, he called the monkey. And I don't know if that's him that's going back and forth, because They was killing everybody, but I didn't see the monkey. So Dreo has a party coming up. So while they in the office, she calls, her name's Estella, and you could tell her and Estella has some type of cool relationship, but it seems like Estella is kind of eyeing Dreo, because when she walks in the room, that's the first person she looks at. Then she looks over at G. But Griselda, she knows that, she ain't stupid. She can tell y'all got something going on. So she just tells Rivy, all these people on this list, it's a lot of people, but I need you to clean house, basically. You need to clean this house up because Drill need to have a good party, and none of us need to be looking over our shoulders. So G is keeping the tramp Estella close. Estella eyeing her man, so she bringing her everywhere she goes. So she takes her to get her hair done with her, so she basic assistance. So Estella goes to grab the champagne, but she's like, She gives her the handbook and say, no, this is my champagne. You basically work close to me, so you won't be eyeing my old men. So we see how she interacting. So a part of cleaning the house, Rivy has to go and murder at least 8 people. So remember, June is now head of the Syntax team. So her first week, her and Al got to investigate the 8 murders that happened in 1 week. So this is what getting to her is like all these people just coming up missing and coming to end up getting murdered for whatever reason. So upon Diaz being compromised, June is now trying to set up tactics to scare Griselda. So being that all these people end up getting killed, it seems like she's moving like she's panicking. So June identifies that and says, we're going to, make her go crazy and make her lose her mind, where she's going to make mistakes. Griselda, you need to calm down. They're coming at you on purpose. Just like last week when all those people got beheaded, you was doing things because you was panicking. All right? So these people trying to close in on you and keep doing the same thing over and over. People tell you to calm down. But see, you got all this money and all this power, you can't really tell you anything no more. So they go fast forward to Drill's party. Everybody upgraded. They got nice, I guess these Lamborghinis. They got pretty women. They got nice men. Everybody come around with an upgraded lifestyle. So now we see her 3-year-old son. She giving the speech for Drill's party, and she gives him with this nice gold chrome gun. Like, that bit nice. I was like, I wouldn't even use that gun. I'll put that gun in like they'll be in the Smithsonian or something. What they call it, the Smithsonian? In the museum, I put my shit in there. That's how nice the gift was. But anyway, we get to see baby Michael, and she introduced her kids, and then this is what she get convoluted at, because she gives the people appetizers, but it's cocaine, it's Colombian candy, and then they got these gold chains and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I would have took the chains, but not the powder. But this is kind of lifestyle these people living. So everybody's just having a good time at this party. The stage where they was at, it was lighting up. I like that. So she gets off the stage and, she see everybody like living their life. So this one she go back to her chair and she's, outlining her house with a cigarette. This is where the godmother thing comes in at. So she's just, soaking in her success. And this when the birthday guy, Drill, comes up next to her and they sitting there reiterating and talking. But while it's a celebration, Drill is an observant guy. Remember when they first met, he was telling her how women always like him because he listens when they conversate and he's very observant. So because it's a party and she just isolated herself and sat down, he basically tell her, stop worrying about all this extra stuff. Stop worrying. And she telling him this for a reason, because she know how fidgety and panicky she gets. So Drill has her best interest at heart, but I don't know if she really understands that. So on top of June doing her proper investigation, her and Al going back and forth comparing notes, he kind of getting agitated because he don't have no answers. But one thing that June sees is her friend Carmen, who owns the travel agency, her name comes up in the paper documents. So her thing is, we got to go confront Carmen on top of all the laundering things that Griselda is getting involved into. Her suspicion goes out of control because they found about her safe house in Fort Lauderdale. And she's basically trying to find out how did people know about it. So even though she's having this party, she still got these things in her back of her mind. Like, how did these things connect? And I don't know who to trust. So one of the new guys that she just met is at the party, John. That's Fabio's friend. So she asks the cousin. Her name is Marta. This is the one who she had no panties on. She was leaking. She had getting a crack pipe. So she basically go and checks her and say, has they been, having any small talk? So Marta ended up telling her they did have some type of small talk. So that's what got her antlers high. She's trying to like have antenna mode, like everybody against me right now. On top of the fact that Marta just gave her some ooh wee, she gave her some CRACK. Alright, so now she really adamant and she on 10 right now. So everything she think about is on 10. Even if you're looking at Fabo and John, she thinks they laughing at her, but they not laughing at her. You just stuck in a trance, woman. So we get to see where we see Dixon. Dixon is a hothead. You can't tell him nothing. He a brat. He ended up punching on somebody at the party. So Drill comes in and, shut it down. Everybody go their separate ways. So he pissed off. So Dixon and his girlfriend runs off. And Griselda is going back into her cocoon of overthinking. So after Griselda had pissed off the birthday boy, she goes to do some, like I said, Murta already gave her some crack. So now she a big freak. She a rich big freak though. She's basically tell Marta, say, look, Drio can't have all the fun. So they go upstairs and start carpet munching, disrespecting the man at his own party. Like she started kissing the lady. She came out like a shaved half bird, kissing on Griselda at this man's party. That's why I say no respect for this man at all. And they come back downstairs, wiping the side of their mouth, like, doing they do. And this when she started tripping again. Carmen, as always, she go leave early. When she was at the club early, she had left. She said, oh, I got to go to work. Now she's leaving the party early. Oh, she got to go to work, which is understandable. But what's not understandable is when she's leaving the party, she basically tells Griselda to be careful. So Berta takes it as offense, like, what she mean be careful? You're around your friends. Why is she feeling some type of way? So when she leaving, of course, it started making her go crazy and start overthinking. So she tells Rivy, tell Ocho to watch over her because she been acting weird. I don't know if I can trust her. So she basically say, okay, he's on it. They go do whatever she say do. But her suspicion start rising high. Y'all, we got to call CPS. So Uber comes in with her oldest son. While she getting high, then Cooter Brown act like she got a cigarette, but it's not. It's a crack pipe. He checks her and say, my little brother, Michael, the new 3-year-old brother, he got a hold of one of the straws, a crack straw, and he was trying to drink chocolate milk out of it. So she's saying he basically said, Mom, this party out of control. You can't control this party. He G-checks her, but she tell him he ungrateful. And he trying to say, look, this party out of control. My brother left. He left with his old lady. And she said, you don't need to worry about none of that. Everything I'm doing for you. So you need to be grateful. And he was just going to blow some steam off. And he just like, where he get that from? Where does he get that from? Just leaving when he's hot. Where he get this attitude from? He get it from you, Mom. But he don't call her mama. He call her godmother because that's her new MO. This is who she is right now. So I'm sitting there watching the episode like, Griselda, you kind of changing. Like, you tripping a little too hard and you've been a little too harsh to the wrong people. Especially the ones that's being loyal the most to you. Carmen was always loyal. You questioning her. Drio was always loyal to you. He could have got your child murked. But he spared your child because he couldn't live with stuff like that. Uber said, all right, godmother. Ooh, I said, not the godmama. So June, being that she's head of Syntax, she found connections with Carmen in the paperwork what they found at the safe house in Fort Lauderdale. So once Carmen leaves the party early, she got a surprise waiting at her front door. It's June with paperwork. She said, basically, I got information. You could be money laundering. It's not a good look for you to have a house in your name and your company name when there's drugs and cash there. Now, she tells her, look, I don't really care about the drugs and the money. What I care about is all these murders that's popping up. If you say something, it can help you. We're not going to give you a long term. We'll give you a deal. They're basically trying to give her a plea deal. So Carmen gets the papers and look at it because she sounded a little convincing. But she ended up saying, F off. You ain't got nothing on me. Y'all just raising suspicion. So she just like, okay, well, if you want to do this, basically, she had a dead end again. That's how June feels. She got somebody close to Griselda. Got money laundering charges you can have. But she say F off. She ain't trying to do that. She ain't trying to betray Griselda. So this is drill party. We back on the scene. And this is when Estella comes in. She say, look, this is your party. Your fireworks finna go off. All right? So they end up chopping it up. They go close the door, which is wrong. Told you. Griselda already checked him when they was at the office. She was peeping how they was having eye contact with each other. So now she kind of suspicious that they might be messing around and he being disloyal to her. So while they got fireworks working, Griselda getting high. So she in the windowsill, but you know, she kind of leaves and say, you know what, let me go enjoy the party. But she hears his voice, and once she goes to the room, all her assumptions are just that. She basically want to know, why are you in here with my man? You know, what you doing, what y'all talking about, what the F going on in here? So she ain't trying to hear none of that. Her emotions on 25 right now, because she done already hit the pipe. So she don't care about no sensibility conversations. She takes the lady out. She goes and grabs his chrome gun. You know the gun, we gonna put it in the Estonian. We gonna put it right here. We gonna put a nice glass, and we go, you know, that's the birthday gift. She takes his gift and try to murk her, but she already fled the scene. So once she gets Drio back outside, now everybody, she done raised all this hype. Everybody stopping the party, looking at her make a fool of herself. So she basically say, you know, I don't think I could trust you right now. She takes the gun and she ends up popping the car, his Cadillac that she gave a speech about. She said he loved his cars and all this other things, but she went there on his birthday after she done kissed this woman at his party, disrespecting him. Now she embarrassing him in front of all these people and shot up his Cadillac with his gun. She tripping. She tripping. She a hothead, and you know, Drio tells her, look, you gonna have to shoot me in my back because it's gonna be the last version of me you gonna see is behind me. So she pissed off. She can't take her anger out on him because he done walked off. So now she see John again. John is one of the new guys, Fabio friends. She think, you know, they trying to link up and take her down. So what she goes to do, she takes his toy, his gun, and try to murk him, basically threaten him and say, look, I need you to take off all your clothes, make you look like a fool in front of these people, strip down. I thought she was going to get him stripped down and see if he has a microphone or something on him. Because, you know, she looking for a mold that's in her camp. Nah, she just want to play him, embarrass the man. Then the lady that she was carpet munching with, this man, he got scared. He's about to run out the party. No, you ain't going nowhere. He said, I'll bark for you. So she made John get down on his knees, strip down, and bark as loud as he could, where he got a pistol at his head. And then she go and do it to a random stranger and say, look, I want y'all to smash at gunpoint. At this point, Wisdom Carmen comes back. Carmen tries to save Griselda from herself from looking like a fool. So she grabs and say, what you doing? This is me. This is me. Look at me. This me. Let's focus. So let's go back in the house. Everybody leave. Everybody shut down the party. We're at the edge of our seats right now, y'all. So Carmen gets her to calm down because we seeing Griselda is deteriorating mentally in front of our eyes. She usually in control. When she do lose her mind, she never get herself this lost. But now that she got everything set into place, she can lose her mind in front of all these people she don't care about. She don't care about them because she made them watch this man smash this lady at the party while this man is disrobing himself. So she don't have no respect for no one at this point. But right when you think Carmen got some sense to her, she tried to use Carmen words against her when she say, I'm trying to tell you the only reason I came back is because June, the investigator, she ain't trying to give up. You know, she came and checked me and tried to give me a plea deal. So she's trying to say a plea deal. Of course you don't feel like you betraying her. She been looking for somebody to blame, and Carmen, you came at the wrong time. So they end up fighting. She pushed her, pushed on the ground. They fighting, all this. She's about to get choked out. The chain ended up breaking. I don't know if she got one of those chains that was a gift, but it ain't that real Cuban link like she wanted to be because it ended up popping. Drio comes in and saves the day again, saves Griselda from herself. Everybody that she's trying to turn on is trying to actually be there for her, but she ain't really thinking. So she tells him, long story short, I don't think I could trust you. I don't give a F about nobody. You know, you can just leave, go. I don't really care. Like, he just said, I'm the one of the main ones who've been loyal to you. I'm the one that you need to trust. You need to listen to him when he talk, but she not listening to nothing this man say, because she don't want to hear nothing a man has to say. Every man at this point, they betrayed her, so now she's feeling like no man can control me. He done got in her head and said, really trying to control you, but in a way, they thought he was being jealous, but he's not really being jealous. He just wants the best for his family. Now she throws in his face, when I got pregnant, you went soft, but he didn't go soft. He was keeping it mindful of long term, how he want to last, how he want his family to last. But she not thinking about little Mikey. She ain't thinking about crack baby Mike. I'm just playing. Hothead Dixon and his girlfriend are at another party. You know, they left their mama party, now they going to a public party. So this is where the mess goes in, that what young men start losing their mind for females. Not just young men, but mostly. People can't control their anger. Alright, so you got a female with you at a club, and a guy, of course, if she attractive, he gonna come and try to holler at her. But because he's a brat, and his mama had told him, your enemy is my enemy, he just started busting the club. Everybody running around, just because a girl, he came up and just tried to talk to your girl. Now, he said that this man pinched her booty, which I don't believe him, because she didn't pinch his booty. Her booty. All he did was approach and said, I want to F you too. But when he left, he ran, because he a brat. He went straight to Ocha house. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong, brother. Chucho. Chucho is at home with his own family. And here you go with this young, dumb, bratty mess, knocking on my door, bringing the police at my door, leaving your evidence and everything, want me to bury it. Now, she tells you, your enemy is my enemy, but that's not how she meant it. You can't just go around causing problems because you're a young man with a young temper. But that's just what he is. So when Chucho denies, say, look, man, get out of my way. I got a family. I ain't got no ties to you right now, especially no little kid drama like this. So he ended up punching on Dixon. Dixon runs off and cries, runs straight to his mama, make up this lie. And that's what I'm saying. You an immature brat. You can't stand 10 toes down in the decision that you making, so you're trying to take this man's life down. That's wrong, but you don't know no better. Griselda gets the news that Chucho hit her son. Now she got Rivy involved in all this drama for no damn reason. Now this episode is titled Paradise Lost. Again, there's a person that's being very loyal to you, trying to give you some really good advice. You can't go out on claims and want me to go out here and murk this man and take him away from his family just based off of theory. Because just like June said, she's trying to get the fear out of you so you can start making mistakes. Rivy tells you that's not leadership. That's not power. If you just going off of what people say, that's fear. You scared. She said, can't no man tell me what to do. And this is when she started going off. This your job. Just like her son told Chucho, this your job to protect me. So take this gun charge. Tell him you did it. His mom is the same way. The same exact way. So that's where you get it from. The hothead attitude. You can't tell nobody nothing. So Rivy is reiterating to her, yeah, this is my job. And I'm not trying to be disloyal to you. So because you forcing me in my loyalty, now I have to go and do something that I'm not really going to do. Rivy pulls up on Chucho. And you look back and you see it's like his cute baby in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? He ends up shooting at Chucho, but from what we saw, you know, he ended up escaping. This is what happens when you raise brats. This is what happens when you raise grown men who act like babies. You done got this man involved in the killing of a baby. He tells you, no, Chucho's not dead. She's sigh of relief. All right, now I got the subtitles on. It says sigh of relief. She was happy that it didn't happen. I said, you know what, okay, good. She just needed her a nice sleep. But when she go to the news, the first thing she sees is her sons seeing the damage that he caused and she caused. And they didn't murk this little man in your honor, baby Castro. Rest in peace, baby Castro. That's why I don't like this episode. Rest in peace, baby Castro. Ma'am, Griselda, this is not a good look for you. Your sons is looking at you sideways, especially Uber. Ribby goes to tell you that the man survived, but he still said, don't question my loyalty. But he didn't want to tell you that he had killed the baby on accident. A paradise lost, man. June sees this on the news. It's affecting everybody, the whole police department. It's affecting her household. It's affecting her security team. It's affecting her life. To the point where Carmen is now, she got her hands tied up now. You ain't given no choice but to go to the police. The fact that you got this and you choked this woman out who was being loyal to you, she probably woke up that morning and said, you know what, she was just having a bad day. She tried to leave and said, I'm going to come back when you sober up. But what you did, you reacted. So now Carmen coming to get you. Carmen is your karma. This is episode 5 of Griselda. Thank y'all for watching. Please thumbs up, subscribe. Have a good day.